What's going on? We live. We're live. We're live. We're live. What's going on, everybody in my Atlanta Car Broker group? For everybody that's joining us in my Each One Help One group, and everyone that's joining me from Mr. Fix Your Credit group. Thank you guys for joining us again on this ACB Tuesday with my boy Jonathan Black. Say what's up, Jonathan.
What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great and wonderful day.
I'm trying to get this thing started, Jonathan, to make sure I'm sharing this thing right on Facebook first. You guys, social media is great that we have these options right now. Yeah, and we're good. See, I see me on here, man. So we're up and live on Facebook right now. Share it and add it. I want you guys to share and add this with everybody. Everybody, happy holidays. Hopefully you guys had a fantastic Thanksgiving. Now we're going into, you know that season. You know, that we turned it into, it's all about Santa Claus giving us gifts, and that we put the pressure on ourselves to get gifts under the tree for the kids. Give the people that have 7 and 8 kids. Oh my gosh, I don't know how y'all get through Christmas. There's a lot going on. And then we're going into the new year. But we have some things that me and Jonathan we're going to go over and we're just talking today, you guys. Nothing in particular. We got some points we want to hit with you guys. You see my nice stuff going on in the back. Holiday savings we got going on Atlanta Car Broker. So I'm always advertising. Jonathan, what you got? You got some advertising?
No, you got me beat. That's what you got. You got me beat. I'm sitting over here looking at how pretty your background look, you know what I'm saying? You know, you always been a little pretty boy, but I'm gonna leave that alone with you. Look,
you know, it's feeling good, man. It's feeling good. I'm feeling like money. Listen here, you guys.
I'm over here.
I want you to, and
that's all I'm doing.
Hey, I mentioned this in the Each One Help One group this morning, so I'm gonna say it in this group too. As we enjoy, and we really are right now, and enjoying the holiday. You see, we're in good spirits. 2 brothers got up, we exercise. I know Jonathan be running and jogging in the morning and stuff. So we're energized, we're ready. But I want to cause an issue of mental illness. Make sure we're prepared to help people during the holiday, because there's a lot of people somber and sad, and it brings people through a lot of different things on the holiday. So reach out to friends, because like I say, it's a facade sometime on Facebook and Instagram. You see people happy. You never know what people are going through. So on this holiday, call somebody that you don't know, that you've seen and that you haven't talked to in a while. Make sure they're okay. Check up on them. All right. So I just want to throw that out there, man.
I know I look distracted, but I'm sharing this right now so that all of my people on 720 Friendly Credit fan page can take a look at what we're doing and what we're sharing. So, you know,
I'm doing the same thing here, man, on Each One Help One. I'm throwing it in there right now so we can get everybody live. They can know we hear you guys. So give us a second. We're giving everybody a chance to join us and talk to us, which is what we want to do. And I'm gonna recap some of the stuff we went through on the last broadcast. By the way, all these videos are saved. Obviously, you can see them live on YouTube. Or if you go to the Atlanta Car Broker site, we have a video page on there that saves every Tuesday, the ACB Tuesday broadcast. So you'll be able to see it on there too. So go back and look at it. If you missed it, you can go to YouTube, or you can go to the Atlanta Car Broker site. All right, I think I saved everything everywhere, man. So everybody knows that we're on here.
Excellent, excellent.
I got one more. Bam. Post it. They're there. Merry Christmas. I got ACB is everywhere now. We're invading everybody's profile.
Mr. Social Media, that's what I'm gonna call you right now, but go ahead. I ain't mad at you.
Yes, I feel good. I got the hat on, man. I'm ready. Listen here, you guys. Recap what we went through last week. For you guys that didn't see the video, I recommend you go back and look at the video. This is my boy Jonathan Black. He worked with FES. He does credit restoration, and it ties into what I do as Atlanta Car Broker and helping people find the right car for their family and being basically your auto concierge. This is what I do, and I do it for a living. So, but it runs in, both of us do this because he deals with credit, and credit is big on what I do on my end and getting people financed in vehicles. We went in depth last week on what he does. Jonathan, go through some stuff if you can real quick on what you do over there, bud.
Yeah, what we do is we do hard disputes on everything. When we look at your credit report, we understand it's a lot of things that went on to get you to where you are. So we turn around and there are certain laws that were put in place, since 1971 even, that, these companies have to follow in order for the credit agencies to have it on your credit report. And even though they call themselves bureaus, they are not federal or government agencies. They are not. They are companies that took on those names to really and truly intimidate you. But they are federally regulated to make sure that you can benefit and that the things that are reporting on you are 100% accurate. And that's what people miss. Those agencies have to have 100% accuracy, or it has to come off. And if it comes off, it has to stay off. But that only happens if it's done right. So my company, what we do is we go in and we dispute to make sure that everything they reported has been reported 100% accurate. I've had bankruptcies come off. I've had student loans come off. I've had medical bills come off. We've had scores increase up to almost 200 points. So that's what we do. We help you position yourself to get the best interest rate that you can. We help position you to get into the house that you want, the car that you want, and basically get the credit facilities that you need, credit card wise and otherwise, in order to make upward movements in life. I think that covered it.
Man, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. That did cover pretty much everything, big dog. That leads us into other stuff and what we're doing. And what he said, it was really easy. He just fix your credit, you guys. He's fix your credit, because fixing your credit in layman's term can help you with everything, like we said last time. So the interest rate you're paying the banks, and that money that you pay, if you save, you lower your interest rate, you can save that money by investing it into something else, a college fund for your kids. It's just so much other stuff you can do with your money. And getting your credit right is the start of it. This week was helpful hints on everyday. People was like, man, but this isn't practical. I can't do this. I don't see where I can save. And we went over little tips of what we can do 80-day basis for everyday people, what you can do to save here and there. And we said you don't have to try to save $500 and $1,000. Let's show you how to save $20 a day or a week or $50 a week to get you to where you're trying to do. Build your credit, so we can show you ways that people put value on what they feel is important. Whether you want to accept what you put it on or not, it can be tennis shoes. It can be, the latest Apple, whatever it is. It's the latest game. It's the latest car. Whatever you put your, mind on, that's what's important to you. It's what you always find that you do first. If it's clubbing, whatever it is. So what I always have to say, and this is me, because I'm a gut check person. I say this to my people in training and whatever. I gut check myself if I'm procrastinating or delaying something, or if my priorities are wrong. And I will say, hey, it's my fault because my priorities aren't there. Because when your priorities are on something, man, you think about it at night before you go to sleep. When the first thing you pull up, because we all pull our phones out in the morning, it's what you look at. It. That's your priority. You know exactly what it is. Investing or getting your credit right and just being, lowering your debt load. We were talking about how the richest of people, they pay out less a month. That's their goal. They're not spending more. They're investing or saving, whatever, versus vice versa. Versus the opposite is we like to spend, and then you have part time at the end. So your priorities, gut check Tuesday. You have to make it a priority or it will never change. You can say it's going to change. You can say I'm going to fix something, or I'm going to get to it. I'm going to do this and I'm going to build it. But if you've never practiced it before, be real to yourself. You may need somebody to help you. You may change your corner, the people you're around, so you can actually get around a corner that's going to help propel you to your goal that you're trying to achieve. And that's in fixing credit. So, man, it's like I'm pitching for you, Jonathan. Right now, it's like I'm pitching. And you know why? It's because if you get your credit right, then you feel better coming to me to get a car.
That's right. I want
you to get your credit right. And this segues into something else. Because people have asked me, Jonathan, well, what do you do as a car? Atlanta car broker, what are you doing other than going to auction and buying me a car? I hear you talking about dealerships and you got fees you charge to help. What do you do? And you gave a story last week for you guys. Once again, go look at the broadcast from last week. You were talking about how you dealt with me some years ago and I put you in a car. It was a Mitsubishi, right?
Yep.
And then you were telling me I didn't want that. And he didn't want it. You guys understood he didn't want it. At the time, my boy was going through some stuff and he was like, man, I just need to get it right. And that was important to him. The important part was he knew he had to continue making money. So he needed a vehicle to get him to where he needed to do to make money. So I gave him some advice. He took the counsel and he went further and beyond. And then some years later, if a year or 2 years, I don't know what it was. Now he's driving an upgraded vehicle. It's a luxury car, but he took it serious and he learned from mistake. Like we were talking about, we made many mistakes. It's all about who learns from it or who's going to repeat doing it. But he learned from that mistake because I gave him simple advice. The company that I'm with, ACB, does, it's not just throwing you in a car, but it's giving you lasting advice. You know how you go to a dealership and most bring your parents, your dad, that mechanic that's in your family, you bring with you, your big brother, whoever it is you feel that makes you feel comfortable. Then you go to the car lot because you feel they know the car lot, right? Well, I'm all of them in one. I got years, over 16 years in experience in just the car industry. And that's what you pay for. It's like the difference in a person that charges you $45 an hour versus one that charges you $300. Well, there's probably a difference. It could be the amount of people they've done, how many cases they won. You never know what it is, the expertise, but you're paying for a difference. And that's first off in my pay is it's the experience. Well, I guess I did. If you go to the site, you see there is a price on it, but the value I can't make you see. That's something you have to see in yourself. But my value is I'm there to fight for you. This is what we do. I fight to make sure when you go in the car, you're getting the best bang for your buck, because whatever you save goes back to your family. And yeah, I charge my base price. Somebody asked me, man, that's $4.99. Yeah, I'm sure the car lot made way more off of you on that car deal. But the $4.99 that I saved you on Atlanta Car Broker, back in savings anyway, that you're going to get that savings because I'm going to make sure of it. I'm incentivized actually to make sure that I get you more than what you're paying me. So that makes sense? That's what I do in the So you come to me, you put in your information, you tell me you want a BMW or something like that. I go look for it, just like you did with the Mitsubishi. Yep. I go find every, not just one dealership. I find all of them. If it's at an auction, it's at an auction. But if it's at dealerships, I find it at a dealership. You tell me everything you got, how much you put down. You tell me your scenario. If you're second chance financing, meaning you have credit and you need to work on it a little bit better, so they're gonna hit you hard. I deal with that. I have dealers that touch all of that. I don't submit it to everybody because that's not what I do. The dealership does all that work for you. But my job is to guide you to the right dealership, make it happen, do all the legwork 24/7 to find the right car, the right deal. I negotiate for you. I bargain with them. I know the lingo. I know when it's the right time to do it. Sometimes I hold my customers off, my clients, for a week or two. Jonathan, I won't even do it today. Because they be like, why? I'm ready today. Nah, if you wait one more week, I know when to get the deal. I know what's going on at this dealership because I know where they're trying to be and where they are in their quota. It may be slow that month. So I kind of know these things, and that just comes with expertise. That's what you're paying for, you guys. Hey, you get what you pay for. I'm kind of prideful in my work because I take pride in what I do because I've been doing it for so long. Car Broker in a nutshell, I'm helping you guys buy a car. I'm your auto concierge. What you got, man?
Yeah, I'm about to say, I can't hold my. I just want to kind of give an example in reference to what Desi is talking about and why you want to pay, the fees that are associated with using Atlanta Car Brokers. And this is the best example that I can give. I was enjoying my new vehicle on 75, and the dash said it can do 180, and so I just figured, well, let me see what 120 look like. Well, the police
getting cut off there too a little bit.
Can you hear me?
I don't know why you're getting cut off a little bit, but you're getting cut off a little bit.
Okay, I'm coming over choppy. Am I coming off better now?
You're back.
Okay, so let me speak quick in case the internet decides to shut me off. But the example I wanted to give is, I was coming down 75 and I was speeding basically. And when I got pulled over, I got a ticket for a super speeder. And when I got the ticket for the super speeder, the police officer told me, regardless of what I was going to get charged for speeding, I think there was an additional $400 or $500 ticket I was going to expect in the mail for super speeding in Georgia. So, going back to what I'm saying about understanding value, the first thing I did was I picked up the phone and I called the local attorney. And I told him what I was going through and that I got this ticket and what should I do. And the funny thing is, the first thing he said is, you should pay me to handle that ticket. He wasn't like, oh, I think I can help you. He wasn't like, well, he knew his value. He knew his value because he knew he was going to bring me a service. So the first thing he said was, you need to send me $250 to retain me. I sent him $250 to retain him. He went, handled the ticket, met with the judge, met with the prosecutor. He did his business, came back to me and said, okay, Mr. Not Black, you don't have a super speeder now. They knocked down the speed limit of what you're doing. You got to pay the $115 for a court fee, and I need you to have that to me in 30 days. Can you do 115 to 30 days? And sure. My point is, I went from a $350 county ticket, a $400 state ticket, to paying $250 plus $115 and no points off of my license. The value was you get what you pay for. So you can go to any old dealership here and there for somebody that's just trying to look at getting a quick commission. They want you to buy the biggest car that they can find on the lot to maximize their biggest paycheck, and so that they can get that money off of your back, because when you leave, they get their commission. They could care less about what's going on. But when you come to
Christmas,
when you come to a broker like Mr. Desi Hobbs, you're paying for the quality of service to not only look out for your interests, but to look out his. And the reason I say that is because if he takes care of you and you're happy and you go ahead and tell people about him, you're now taking care of him. He understands the reciprocal relationship of everybody being pleased and everybody benefiting from the situation they're in. So I know I can get a little long-winded, but I'm just saying you have to understand the value of who you're dealing with and what you're actually paying for. And you're paying for the service of being taken care of, so that in the long run, you can go from that Mitsubishi to that Audi. If that's what you choose. You know, I'm an Audi fan, so sorry.
Yeah, man, those Audis are nice. That's where those tickets come from. But it segues, and I say this in general. It's not even just about using me. It is, but it isn't. The same thing goes into your business with credit restoration. Everybody, and it's like if I sold warranties at a car and I tell people, and people are like, no, I don't want a warranty on that car. No. But if I explain what a warranty does before I even talk price, and just explaining what it does on the car, and then say it's free, everybody say I'll take it, because they see value in it. They just don't see value once you add a price to it. Yeah. Credit restoration. I'm sure everybody wants their credit to be an 800 beacon. It's not too many people that, it may have a couple people that just couldn't care less, and those people that just keep cash under their mattress or something like that. But for most people, and don't do that, you guys, by the way, unless, anyway, it's all nothing.
Right.
Most people want their credit right. The problem always comes in, and I'm sure in your industry too, is when it's time to put a price on it. And then that's when people get to fumbling and thinking it's like, everything in this world costs to get it to be better. Because remember, if you're in a tough situation, it probably took a price, or you did something to get yourself there. So just take a little bit of an investment in yourself. You're not investing in us, to be honest. We're just the service. It's just like if you had to get up and go to the dentist or go to the health. You got to pay the doctor. Unfortunately, something happened. You got to fix it. So you got to pay somebody to go do it, unless you know how to do it yourself. So same thing going with credit restoration. Got to pay. If there's people out there that's shown a track record of helping people better themselves and better their credit, so you can do X, Y, Z in your life, then why not pay somebody a little bit extra? Especially if you're investing in yourself, because what you're doing is not investing in us. We're just a byproduct to get to where you want to go in your goal. You're investing in yourself. And now in my case, I won't even say it's a luxury, because I may sell luxury cars, but a lot of people get my cars. It's a necessity.
Yeah.
If you're Uber, and I get a lot of people here, they're getting cars now because they Uber or do Lyft. So they need a vehicle, but they don't want to spend as much, money on that car. They want to save as much as they can, because they know they have to pay for gas, and there's other things that they want to save on the overhead. That makes sense. I help those people out to try to find the right car for your Uber and your Lyft. People need cars for tons of other services. Some people they may Mary Kay, you name it, Avon, and their job is they got to drive every day, so they need a reliable car. They can't get a beater, with 200,000 miles, because they know they're going to put a lot of miles, especially in Georgia. The way the highways are here. So it's investing in you. You have to see that value in investing in you. Now, I'm just telling you, I'm one of many vehicles, but I'm a great vehicle, and I can say it with pride with my network and my friends. I feel that I should be able to go to my friends and say, hey, if you're going to do it anyway, come to me. Why not? That's myself. So I got tons of other stuff I can go into, but I'm going to pull up. Somebody just sent me a question on here, Jonathan. So give me a second. Let me read through it and make sure it actually makes sense before I say it. And then I'm going to ask everybody else the question they just asked me.
You're going to have to show me how to let folks know to put in questions. I'll do the same.
Yes. Oh, I'll show you the comments, by the way. Yeah. Now, remember, some of these people, they go to my social media site. That's why I was sharing it, because they can go to the site and then they just put a comment in there. But on here, I don't think in my group chat, I'm sorry, you guys, will I having this dialogue while y'all going on? I don't think I see a chat on here, but I think it's just for me and you, not for them. So we'll figure it out on YouTube. By the way, when this saves on YouTube, though, you can actually put a comment at the bottom, and we still respond to it, because I still look at the YouTube comments, and then I'll respond on there also. Plus, not sure about Jonathan.
And if we get questions that can go in depth, we can always address them the next week, because we want to make sure we give you great content. So we're going to be picking different topics to talk about things to help you just basically be a better steward of your finances. So and of your life. So if there's a question or something you want to talk about, definitely put it in the comment section and we will get to it.
Well, we got one for you, so this is easy. You know, why you ain't asking me this question? Why you want to ask Jonathan the question? I mean, I'm the one. I put up the door the streaming right here. Hey, they want to know what's your cost, man, for credit restoration.
Oh man, so 180. If you're just getting your credit repair, it's going to be $188. You come in $188 to get started, and it'll be $89 a month from there on, and it's no contract. For us, you pay monthly until you get your score where it wants to be, and then you just stop. And we do 100% satisfaction. Gotcha. If you don't like our service, we got you. But just make a comment and I'll let you know more about it. But to answer your question, $188 to get started, $89 a month.
Gotcha. And you said it's no contract. So that means if you get to the goal you want, your credit that you want, then you can stop it in January and it's over.
Yeah, and it's over. That's it. And I'll give this caveat. Cool. When I started, it took me anywhere from 60 to 90 days to jump up about 143 points.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad, sir. There's a lot of things you can do with a 100-point bump for a lot of people. 150-point bump in your credit score, man. That changes a lot of things. A lot of those people going to get those cell phones for Christmas. There's a lot of deposits will be waived for those phones you're trying to get.
And I want to share this with everybody too, because they just don't know, especially these young couples and young families. You still have to be a good steward, but there are a lot of programs coming out, and Desi and I can both tell you about it because I'm going to give him the same information, where you can get a moderate home loan. And when I say that, it's like under $300,000, as long as you have a 20 credit score and can verify income, to support the note. So now, a lot of people.
Repeat it again.
Okay.
You got broke off a little bit on that. Say the program again.
So I was just saying that there's programs out there now where if you have a 620 credit score and you can verify that you have income to support the mortgage note, you can literally go buy a home that anywhere between $250 and $350, and that gives you a nice size house for a couple starting out, or that's a mansion to some folks, just depending on where you come from. But with a 500 credit score, and we get you in 90 days or 120 days up over 620, you can turn around and go apply for a mortgage to get a home and stop renting and put that money back into you. So it's just a lot of things we can help you with.
That's good stuff. That's good intel. I'll take that good information because we'll be talking.
Amen.
I'll take it. Now, most of the stuff we did we introduced this Tuesday. Last week we went through some of the tips. Today we didn't want to start out last week going over our business, telling us exactly in the plug, the price, what we do, and going too more in depth. We just gave more information last week to get used to us doing the broadcast. But in our second broadcast, we have to. One thing I learned in my business, if you don't ask for the business, you'll never get it. So that's why this week I said, let me get it out the way now, because going forward after this, we're going to give you a lot more information. We're going to have more people coming in here too to join us in the broadcast. We're going to have this every Tuesday. It may vary on that one, Jonathan, because we'll be out in the field. But we're going to have this, try to do this every single Tuesday for you guys and post it up here so you can come back and see it every time. But what you get out of this, and we're going to keep this one short, is come and use Atlanta Car Broker. You got experience. I work hard for you. Let's do it for the holiday. If you're surprising somebody, use your boy. If you're somebody that's want to use me, but you're not ready now, go see my boy, Jonathan, so he can help out your situation and show you how to get the credit ready. So you'll be ready 6 months from now, 3 months from now, to get what you want, to get the car that you want. Don't try to save. And I hear this from a lot of people, and we said it last week. If this is you, I'll wait to get what I want. I'm just going to go save up $5,000 and $6,000 and $7,000 to get what I want. It's crazy. Don't do it. You can spend what he just said up front and spend $88 a month to get your credit up and still come back and get it in 6 months and spend way less than trying to save $5,000 and $6,000 to put down a deposit on a vehicle that's going to depreciate. When you can just get your credit better and still do the same thing with better credit. So I just think, to me, that's the better savings. Which one do they do? Spend $88 a month or try to save up $6,000 that you can use somewhere else? So just throwing that out there. Try to use your brothers. We do everything the hard way, the right way, but the difference in us and being at the dealership or being in his industry is for you. We care about you. There's no ulterior motive. It's nothing. We work on referrals and people and trust. So since that's the case, we got to put our best foot forward to make sure you retain us forever, not just for one time, but for your family, and bring them back to us. And that's our goal, is to satisfy you. So thank you guys for joining us again on this broadcast. Jonathan, you got something to say before I sign them out?
No, I just want everybody to have a holiday. Even though I'm sure we'll be back there to talk to you next week, I'm just going to say, stay in good vibes so that you can attract good things. Keep good credit on your mind. It will happen for you. And I wish everybody much success.
See, that's money. That's money calling right there. That's money.
That's money calling. So I love y'all, and I holler.
Hey, we out here, y'all. Get your mind right, your body right, your spirit right. Each one help one, each teach one. Each one help one, each one teach one. And I'm out here. Jonathan, I appreciate you joining us, man.
We out.